String literals. Terminal symbol in the grammar is string literal, okay? String literals can be delimited by matching double quotes and can contain the following escape sequences. So we have, double quotes and all the fun stuff. Platform-specific new line, which is interesting. It's just gonna insert the one that you want. There's no N. Line feed. Oh, line feed is just N. Okay, so this will be preferred if you want to make it multi-platform. Interesting. And R is for character return, N is for line feed, F is for form feed, whatever that is, tabulator, vertical tabulator, never heard of that one. We escape backslashes the standard way, the same with quotation marks and apostrophes, and then this and 0 to 9. Character with a decimal value D. All decimal digits directly following are used for the character. Oh, okay, so we could just make slash and just a bunch of numbers to delimit some kind of code for a character, I guess from 0 to 127. Alert, backspace, I guess all the old terminal stuff. And characters with hex values, okay, and the Unicode characters can be defined in a similar way. So this is, all common stuff. Strings and Nim may contain any 8-bit value, even embedded zeros. However, some operations may interpret the first binary 0 as a terminator. Okay. Triple quoted string literals. String literals can also be delimited by 3 double quotes. Okay. Literals in this form may run for several lines, may contain regular double quotes, and do not interpret any escape sequences. Oh, interesting. For convenience, when the opening triple quote is followed by a new line, there may be white space between the opening and the new line. The new line and the preceding white space is not included in the string. That's awesome. The ending of the string literal is defined by the pattern, quote, 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 and more quotes? Oh, okay. So something like this will be basically a long string of quotes that's being like this, so that we have an opening one and the closing one here. Therefore, we can have something of this sort. Makes sense. What about, so let's try that too. Now grab all this code, remove it, echo this thing, right? When we echo it, we just have this. Can we do one extra one? Because it will be double quoted, right? And run it. Yeah, we have double quoted. Okay, that's great. Makes sense. Raw string literals. There are also raw string literals that are preceded with the letter R or capital R and are delimited by matching double quotes, just like ordinary string literals, and do not interpret the escape sequences. This is especially convenient for regular expressions or Windows paths. So we just have normal path, but all those, this would be normally converted into a tabulator, for example, right? So by adding R here, we just make it's raw string, so this won't be escaped. Cool. To produce a single quote within a raw string literal, it has to be doubled. Okay, so just an extra way to escape stuff. Makes sense. Okay, so then this raw string literal opens here, ends here, because double quote is just escaped into a single quote. So this is not possible with this notation because the 3 leading quotes produce a triple quoted string literal. The triple quote string literal with R in front of it is the same as normal, since triple quoted string literals do not interpret escape sequences either. Okay, so you actually could use that. Good to know. Okay, and this is where the crazy stuff again happens. Generalized raw string literals. They construct identifier and then quotes, and inside of that we have string literal without white space between the identifier and the opening quotation mark is the generalized raw string literal. It is a shortcut for the construct identifier or string literal. So it denotes a routine call with a raw string literal as its only argument. Generalized raw string literals are especially convenient for embedding many languages directly to Nim. For example, regular expressions. So the construct identifier quote, 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 string literal quote, quote, quote exists too. It is also shortcut for this. Okay, how do you define them? So my question is, can we define it? I think we went over something similar before. Yes. Maybe it's just a normal proc or something. Let's see that we're gonna do proc and we're gonna call it double and it will be text string. Okay, and return string. And we just return this. Okay, echo double hello, and there's no space, right? Save it and we'll run it. Okay, that's good, but this is no different than just calling a proc, right? So what if we're gonna do /n? That will print in multiple lines, I presume. Yeah. Hello, hello. There we go. But if I'm gonna do this, it should take contents of this as a raw string, I believe. There you go. A raw string, that means that /n hasn't been escaped. Just a difference of having that one extra space. But what that means is that we could easily make something like SQL, and you put your stuff here, and probably a bunch of other stuff. Character literals. Character literals are enclosed in single quotes, and can contain the same escape sequences as strings. With one exception, the platform-dependent new line, P, is not allowed as it may be wider than one character. Oh, that's true. For Windows is CRLF. Here are the valid escape sequences for character literals. Okay, just a little bit less. Other than that, mostly the same thing. Sure. A character is not a Unicode character, but a single byte. Rationale. It enables the efficient support of array character integer, whatever, or set of characters. The rune type can represent any Unicode character. Rune is declared in the Unicode module. A character literal that does not end in a single quote is interpreted as a quote if there is a preceding backtick token. This special case ensures that declaration like procedure, backtick, apostrophe custom literal as string is valid. Oh, it doesn't need to start with a character because it starts with a backtick, and that makes it special. What for? Procedure custom literal, yeah, is the same as procedure. Oh, we can actually escape within here. That's nuts. Wow, that means you could have n as an escape character. Gosh, this is nuts.